Everyone thinks a GTA 6 delay to late 2026 is a financial disaster. I am telling you, it is the single most profitable decision in gaming history. By pushing the release date back, Rockstar isn't losing momentum. They are adding billions to their valuation. They know in this attention economy, the absence of a product is actually worth more than the product itself. To understand this play, we have to first dismantle how you think the attention market works. Most people think of YouTube, TikTok, or the gaming industry as a meritocracy. You think the best product wins. You think if you build it, they will come. This is a lie. We are operating in an attention economy. And just like a financial economy, attention is a finite resource. It is a zero-sum game. There is only so much emotional bandwidth available in the global population at any given second. If I'm paying attention to Call of Duty, I cannot be paying attention to GTA. If I'm watching Mr. Beast, I am not watching you. In this economy, there are two types of market. First, you have the established market. This is where everyone else play. This is Call of Duty or FIFA. We know the demand, we know the supply, it's predictable, it is safe, but it is also capped. The ceiling is visible. But then there is shadow market. A shadow market exists when the demand for a concept is astronomical, but the supply is almost zero. People don't just want the product. They are obsessed with it because they cannot have it. They don't exactly know what it looks like. They don't know when it's coming, and that uncertainty breeds obsession. When you operate in an established market, you are competing for views. You are fighting for scraps. When you operate in a shadow market, you are the only player. Rockstar Games is the only company in the entertainment history that understands how to maintain a shadow market for a decade. Think about the last 10 years. What has Rockstar given you? Silence. Other studios, Ubisoft, EA, Activision, they flood the market. They release a new game every year. They post daily tweets. They do developer updates. They are desperate for your attention because they are terrified you will forget them. They're feeding the supply to meet the demand. Rockstar does the opposite. They let the demand rise vertically while keeping the supply flat at zero. This creates an attention gap. And in economics, wherever there is a gap between supply and demand, value explodes. By delaying the game to November 2026, Rockstar isn't fixing bugs. They're widening the gap. They're letting the pressure build until the release isn't just a launch, it's a global event. Most creators and companies are terrified of silence. They think if they stop posting, the algorithm will kill them. They think if they delay, the fans will leave. Rockstar proves that if you are remarkable enough, silence is the loudest noise you can make. Look at the comment section of literally any viral video on the internet. We got actual aliens before GTA 6. We got a new president before GTA 6. We got World War 3 before GTA 6. It's a meme, sure. But look closer. It isn't just gamers saying this, it's everyone. My aunt knows about this meme. People who haven't touched a controller in 10 years are making these jokes. By giving you nothing, they forced you to fill the void with your own imagination. Every time someone comments, we got X before GTA 6, they're essentially advertising the game for free. They're keeping the shadow market alive, refreshing the demand, and ensuring that even non-gamers feel the pressure of the wait. But why does waiting makes us want it more? It comes down to one molecule, dopamine. There is a massive misconception about dopamine. People think dopamine is the pleasure molecule. You think you get a hit of dopamine when you eat the steak or when you play the game. But that is not true. Dopamine is the molecule of pursuit. It is the molecule of craving. Stanford neurobiology studies have shown that dopamine spikes before you get the reward. It spikes during the anticipation. The moment you actually get the thing you wanted, dopamine crashes. This is called the narrative bomb effect. If two people are sitting at a table and talking, it's boring. But if I tell you there is a bomb underneath the table set to go off in 5 minutes, suddenly that boring conversation becomes the most interesting thing in the world. Rockstar has planted the bomb. Every day that passes without GTA 6 is another take off the clock. If they had released the game in 2025, the bomb would have gone off. The tension is resolved, the mystery ends, the shadow market collapses into a regular market. You buy the game, you play it, and within a month, you are bored again. The dopamine is gone. But by delaying, they are extending the period of peak dopamine. They are keeping you in the pursuit phase. Look at the community. Look at their behavior. People are analyzing puddles in leaked footage to determine water physics. They're mapping the stars in the trailer to figure out the release date. This isn't just fandom. This is pathology. The behavior only happens when you starve the audience. If Rockstar was releasing dev blocks every week, the obsession would evaporate. The mystery would be gone. But by delaying, they're ensuring that this pathology spreads from the core gaming audience to the general public. They keep you hungry, and a hungry customer is a customer who will pay any price when the food finally arrives. To fully grasp the financial magnitude of this delay, we have to step outside of the gaming industry. We have to look at the king of hype. We have to talk about a man named Terence Riley. Most of you have never heard of this man, but you have felt his influence. Here's the reason Nike shoes resell for $2,000. Here's the reason Crocs went from a meme to $1 billion asset. Here's the reason people are fighting in Target aisles over a Stanley Cup. Riley didn't just sell products, he engineered events. His strategy was simple: eventizing. He understood that if you simply put a product on a shelf, it has a fixed value. It's a commodity. But if you make the product scarce, if you manipulate the supply so that it is always slightly lower than a demand, you create a secondary market of obsession. Riley's method relies on limited edition and drops. He made the acquisition of the product more valuable than the product itself. Rockstar is applying the Riley method to time. They're treating information like a limited edition sneaker drops. Think about the first GTA 6 trailer. It wasn't just a video upload, it was a global event. It broke the internet. It has hundreds of millions of views. Why? Because for 10 years there was nothing. The supply of information was zero. So when a single drop of water finally fell into the desert, everyone fought for it. Now apply this to the delay. If Rockstar had released GTA 6 in 2025, they would be releasing in a noisy market. But if they pushed it to 2027, they're creating a scarcity of time. They're telling you, this is so complex, so massive, so revolutionary that it cannot be rushed. This delay signals quality. There are three pillars of emotional investment: quality, substance, and entertainment. Most games today score high on entertainment, but low on quality. They launch broken, they need day one patches, they feel cheap. But you see, by delaying, Rockstar is signaling a 10 and 10 quality score. They are reinforcing the belief that this product is generationally good. This acts as an anchor. Because the perceived quality is so high due to the delay, it pulls up the perceived value of everything else. It justifies the $70 price tag. It justifies the $100 price tag. Hell, they could charge $200 and because of the anchor, you would pay it. Let's move away from psychology for a second and look at the hard economics. Let's talk about liquidity. In markets, liquidity refers to how easily an asset can be converted into cash. In the context of selling video games, liquidity is the install base. You cannot sell GTA 6 to someone who does not own a PS5 or a Xbox Series X. If Rockstar had released it in 2025, they would be selling into a market that is still maturing. The liquidity is high, but it's not peaked. Look at the projection of 2027. The current generation of consoles will be ubiquitous. The hardware will be cheaper. The late adopters, the normies, the people who only buy a console every 7 years will finally have upgraded. By delaying 2 years, Rockstar isn't just polishing textures, they're waiting for the total addressable market to widen. They're letting Sony and Microsoft build the roads before they drive the Ferrari on them. It's the difference between opening a blockbuster movie on a Tuesday morning versus opening it on a Friday night. The movie is the same, the liquidity of the audience is different. Rockstar is waiting for Friday night. Now I know what you're thinking. But Karan, what about the shareholders? What about the investors who want some return now? This brings us to the principal agent problem. In this scenario, the shareholders are the principals. They want a return on investment. They want the stock price to go up this quarter. Their interest is speed. Rockstar Games is the agent. They have the expertise. They know the code. Their interest is perfection. Usually, in a principal agent problem, the principal holds the power. They force the agent to cut corners, to save money. We see this with Ubisoft. We see this with EA. They release unfinished game to hit quarterly earning goals. But Rockstar has flipped the dynamic. Because Rockstar has delivered massive hits in the past, GTA 5, RDR2, they have accumulated enough leverage to tell the principal no. They understand that releasing a broken game is a fat tail risk. A fat tail risk is an event that seems unlikely but has catastrophic consequences. If GTA 6 releases in a broken state like Cyberpunk 2077 did, it doesn't just hurt sales, it destroys the brand equity, it destroys the shadow market obsession, it kills the golden goose. They know that a delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad.